Now this right here is pretty interesting. We're hauling ass on a bicycle. It's a pedal assist bicycle. I want one. But let's think about it. Motorcycle riders, I tell you guys.
He was doing, I don't know how much he was doing, man. I was doing like 20. Legal.
Okay, so he's going like 40. Look at him. When I tell you guys to wear full gear, going 25, 30, 50, 60, 70 on a motorcycle, this is the new thing now. And look at the gear that we're wearing. We're not wearing enough. That's a bicycle helmet. It's not a full face helmet. We got eye protection, very good, because at that speed, you're not going to be able to see very well. Those don't look like those are like little skeleton bone Halloween gloves. That looks like a regular leather jacket. It could offer some. It could be pleather. Regular shoes, regular pants. We don't have the protection. And here's the thing. People out there are buying these pedal assist bikes and hauling ass on them and maybe souping them up. And there's no education on what type of protection you should get for it. And then there's no manufacturers of gear saying, hey, this is specifically designed for pedal assist fast bikes. And then the motorcycle gear isn't very good with the pedal. Try walking around with motorcycle boots and pants for a long time. Now think about putting yourself on a mountain bike with motorcycle boots and pants. It's not comfortable. So people won't do it. So there's not enough gear. The gear is not catching up to some of these bikes. And I think that's a huge hazard, a huge danger. And I just want you guys to be safe. So still maintain your smart rider principles when it comes to riding on bikes like this. Okay, please, please, please.
Yes, follow. You can ride just 250.
Look at him. Look at him. Faster acceleration than a motorcycle. It's insane. Ooh, that road is terrible, but he made it.
How dangerous.
Look how wide he went.
Conditions completely covered with gravel can be.
Uh-oh, gravel issue. Okay, a little squiggle line. Road surface hazards. You can be very careful. You don't just haul. Oh, got a little bit. Oh, low-sided. So there's a traction loss when it comes to. Oh, that one's gonna be interesting. So just take a look at the environment you're in. So remember, when we're out riding, it's not just about our skills. We might be the best rider that we know. You know, we're really damn good. Like, we're really good with cornering. We've been practicing, and we're doing amazing. We're always doing really, really well. You know, we're the best we possibly can be right now at this moment. What does the road look like, though? Like, this right here is what's going to make it to where you're going to have a bad day. You know, the sun could be making a bad day. Rain could be causing problems. Other vehicles could be causing problems. Another motorcycle is going crazy. Lots of deer, whatever it is. But look at the road. So remember, ride within the conditions present, not what your skill level is. Your skill level should always be the best, should always be better than what the environment you're in, because that means you can maximize whatever environment you're in. And right now, this environment is saying, hey, you need to take it a little bit lower, though. You might have more skill than what's needed here. But this road, look at that. It's a bad road. So don't push it so hard.
This biker very quickly learned how dangerous a road in such a
So we're a little bit wide on that spot too. So just kind of check yourself a little bit.
Completely covered with gravel can be.
So that sign said, you know, the squiggles. Let's take a look at the squiggle sign. It said 30 miles per hour. So let's say it's like a 45. It's like, maybe I should take it a little bit easy. Line of sight issues. The road is kind of terrible. All these different factors coming together can produce an accident or crash. So we're going to be going over here. We're going to go a little bit over here. And let's see what this says, actually. So 55 to 30, right? So it said basically 25 miles an hour less. Hit some gravel. Hits a lot more gravel. That was a loss of traction. Now we're in a position of, oh crap, we're kind of screwed. Now what can we do if we crash? Well, hopefully we have full gear. Hopefully we have good gear so that we can minimize and mitigate as much potential injury to ourselves. But what if we have no service out here? Think about that too. If you're out riding in the mountains by yourself, or you're out riding some crazy place by yourself, do you have service at all points? Because if something bad happens, what are you going to do? How are you going to rescue yourself? That's another thing you got to be thinking about too. Whew. We're riding around on Harleys, on some cruisers, having some fun. Riding around. Whoa, uncommon thing. That guy was in our lane for a quick second. Oh, wear gear though, dude. 360 cameras aren't cheap. That's about $400 for a 360 camera. It's about $400 for a 360 camera. You know, buy a helmet. All right, so we're moving on. So we're riding around right here. And we recognize an uncommon thing in a common situation where we have headlights in our lane facing us. Whoa, gut reaction. Gonna go into orange stage right over there, specifically identified an interest or a threat, perceived it, ready to act. All right? That's the thing that we're gonna be working on. So we're going over here, and it's like, okay, they're back in their lane, good. So if they weren't back in their lane just yet, what could we do? Boop, boop, boo-doo-doo. Adapted. Part of planning our ride is position for safety. Okay, we're in a good position because we're in a staggered formation. Very good. I like it. And this is why. We located a hazard. Whoa! Oh, orange stage. We located. Now, since we located it really far ahead and we're staggered, right? We could easily adjust and adapt by moving over to the next lane position. Not swerving, that's navigating a threat. We could just move over a little bit to give them that space because we're trying to get ourselves another good position for safety, and that is involving a space cushion, okay? And this is the escape route. We're doing good so far. We're doing really good. Now, the part here, now I get it. We got a helmet for our loved one on the back, but it's just a half helmet. That's not going to protect your face, not going to protect your airway, not going to protect too much. It's a brain bucket. It's just going to hold your brain after you crash. So wear gear. I'm glad he's got eye protection because last thing you want to do is get anything in your eyeball at 40, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, even 20, 10 miles an hour. You don't want anything in your eyeball. Just a little poke in your eyeball. That sucks. Imagine a bug or a rock going in there. So good job. I don't know if they're antsy, but anyways, I would wear full gear though. Full gear. A 360 camera, come on. It's at least minimum $200. Minimum $200. And you could buy a helmet for $200, a Voss helmet for $200, easily. Part of being a smart rider is acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment, so make sure you grab yourself a jacket just like this one from REVZILLA using the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, it helps me out, no extra cost to you, plus it lets REVZILLA know that the DDiffin crew is pretty badass, and they actually grab some gear. Anyways, click that link, I'll see you soon. All right, bad lane position. Woo! Escape, there you go. Why do you think that happened? Why do you think that happened, everybody? Class, why do you think that happened? Nah, they didn't see ya. All right, so what I was talking about lane position, when we talk about planning a ride, I keep bringing that up because it is the acronym I want you to use. Planning a ride, position for safety. We need good space cushions. That's what that is. That's not a good space cushion. We need good line of sight. That's not good line of sight. Escape paths. Hey, we got some escape paths to the left and right. Okay. I like to set myself up for success by positioning myself for safety. So what I would like to do is be off of here or off of here. Now, why would I want to do that? Let's go ahead and make it a little bit easier. I'm going to position myself off to the sides so I can see around the vehicles. So good line of sight. And then also it's a good position it's a good space cushion because this is where the space cushion goes. I mean, like in front of the car. I can go into a lane filtering position, and if I had to, I can lane filter while trying to progressively apply brake pressure. So line of sight, we have good space cushion, and now what's the escape path? We have a great escape path. Just lane filter again. So that is what I like. So when I'm seeing this, can you stop in time? If this car slammed the brakes, are you paying attention? Could you stop in time? I don't know. So take a quick look. What is the pattern that we always look for? This big stack of cars, and all this driver sees in his mirror is a big open lane. How come they didn't see us? We're right here. How come they didn't see us? Cars can't see us because of inattentional blindness or motion-induced blindness. Inattentional blindness basically says the brain will not see you because the brain doesn't care. The brain, not the person, the brain. It's only looking for the things that will kill that person, that brain. So it's looking for other cars, which is 95+% of roadway users. So it's looking for the majority. It's not finding you. So inattentional blindness, looking for hazards. The brain itself is looking for hazards, removes what's not or what it perceives is not. Motion-induced blindness is when the background of you is moving, but you kind of stay stationary. So when you're riding on a motorcycle and you're not moving at all, you're just kind of doing this. In the background, the trees and other roadway users and the mountains are moving. They can't see you. They see the movement. So how do we combat that with the motion-induced blindness? Present ourselves a little bit more. Just kind of move around, change lane positions here and there, put yourself in good space cushions. Hey, I can't see very well. This position for safety is not good. I'm going to move over here. This position's pretty good. Okay, now it's not good anymore. I'm going to move over here. And you're constantly just moving around, finding the best position for safety. So it's not just, hey, I'm finding the position for safety for you, but the fact that you're kind of moving from lane position 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 1, 1 to 3, and you're doing that because you're trying to find the best area, you're going to be noticed. You're going to be noticed. How hard is it to see a deer standing still versus one running? You'll see the one running. Our eyeballs are attracted to movement. That's how we can defeat a lot of the motion-induced blindness. Inattentional blindness, there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it. So we got to be very careful, and the best thing you could do is just position yourself for safety and then look for potential hazards. So this pattern right there where we have a stack of vehicles, what do you want to do when you're stuck behind a stack of vehicles? You want to get over into the nearest lane possible. So try to find these things. Constantly scan, constantly plan, constantly get yourself in a good position for safety. And if all else fails, make sure you're good. Fundamental skills with swerving, braking. Hopefully it works, but if it doesn't, there we go. You have full gear. Okay?
All the way there. Gotcha.
Here we go. We're riding around having a good time. We're blurring out our speedo. We're doing good. Whoa, got a little kind of close to the edge there. Went a little bit wide. A little close call going on. This one looks interesting. All right, here we go. We're riding through here. So we're riding around now. Take a quick look at the line that we're in. So when I talk about riding middle in the mountains area, when I talk about doing that, is because I want to plan my ride a little bit better. So right here, let's take a look at this line. So what I do is I like to stay in lane position 2. Now, why do I do that? Because we're planning a ride. And part of planning a ride is setting ourselves up for success by positioning ourselves for safety. That is what I care about. So if we're in lane position 2, how do we position ourselves for safety then? So positioning ourselves for safety is going to have the best space cushion to the left, and then also the best space cushion to the right. Okay, so if we're in lane position 3, we don't have a big space cushion. We have a big one going over here, okay? If we're in lane position 1, we don't have a good space cushion to the left. We have an amazing one to the right, okay? That's fine, okay? Great. So if you had to swerve to the right, amazing job. Now, why do tennis players always return to the center? Because you don't know where the ball is going to go next. You don't know if they're going to hit it right or hit it left. So you always return to center because that's the easiest way to get to the next position. So when I see something like this, I'm always going to return to center. I'm going to return to lane position 2 because if I have to, if something comes out at me in lane position 3, I can easily move away from it. If something comes at me from lane position 1, I can move away from it. If something comes at me from lane position 2, I can move left or right, and I can move away from it. But if I'm in lane position 3 and something is right here, I'm going to have to move around that thing as quick as possible or move a little bit away from it, okay? Not too bad. But if I was in lane position 2, if something came up to me right there, right here, I could just easily move over here and never have to dodge anything. So I'm always going to be in lane position 2 when the goal is to plan our ride and to be as safe as possible. So position for safety is going to give you the best space cushion. Now, line of sight, I want to make sure I have a good line of sight. The best line of sight for this position would be lane position 3. But once again, we have that issue of the space cushion. Now, we kind of mentioned it real quick on lane position 1, 2, and 3 for position for safety, also escape routes. So, if we're looking for line of sight, space cushion, and escape routes, we have escape routes to the right and the left if we're in lane position 2. If we are in lane position 3, we only have escape to the left. Okay, if we're in lane position 1, we have escape to the right and the left, unless the vehicles over here are the problem, then all we can do is escape right. So I just want multiple options when it comes to this. So when we get up to here, we're riding, we just cut ourselves off from line of sight and space cushion. We don't have a space cushion. I want that space cushion. So I'm going to be off over here a little bit more. So then I can have, if I'm over here, I can have this space cushion versus being right here where I'm at and I only have this. I don't want that. So I want the best space cushion, best line of sight, best escape routes. And this doesn't offer that much. So I don't like the outside, inside, outside. Personally, you do what you need to do. I like middle. For this reason right here. We almost went wide because we're trying to dodge somebody that could possibly be in our way. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live. So make sure you check that out. But if you want to check out some other things like this video right here or this video right here, please do so. It supports the channel. Click that like button, by the way. Check into class. Anyways, I'll be seeing you around.